Welcome everyone to another episode of Maybe You Should Talk. It is the podcast about nothing and everything. And as always, I am one of your hosts, John Para, and I'm joined as always by my brother and co-host,
Jay Barber.
And on today's episode, we are back and it's just us again, Jay. We have no guest. For the second week in a row.
They're coming, though. They're on the way. You know, they got caught up in the airport. A couple flights delayed out of JFK terminal, you know, in the past couple weeks.
So. It happens. It happens. But I think the cool thing about when me and you talk is I think that the people genuinely enjoy when it's just us two. You know, because it's the podcast about nothing and everything, sometimes the guests that we do bring on, some people that listen to it or view it are not really crazy fans about that particular guest in that specific week.
Not for everybody, you know?
It's not for everybody, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. And so, you know, let's talk about something that's very visible for the viewers right now, you know, and it's a change. You know, I think the cool thing about this for the people that watch us on YouTube is that they get to see the change in your layout, in your recording studio. I'm gonna get roasted for that at work. For the listeners right now that are tuning in, Jay, how can you describe what we got going on right now?
Oh, it's 100% a work in progress. I got compound behind me. I got lights up that I just got. I got a wall that's painted. I got another wall that's not painted. Just did some spackle yesterday. We're moving, though. We're moving, you know. All things considered, we're improving and moving.
You've come a long way, man. You've come a long way. You know, you've painted the walls. The lighting is phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to my guy. He
so
called me
let's
out.
talk about that. How did that come about, Jay? How did that come about?
So I was cutting my guy's hair, and he's like, "Oh, you know, you starting any new ventures?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, you know, I actually did start a new venture, and it's called a podcast." He's like, "Oh, that's so cool, man." Not knowing who this guy was in my chair, what his profession was. He's I think it's
so.
Called...
Wait, have you cut this guy before, or
no? He's Joe's client, but Joe's on vacation, so you know.
Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe. They called me up, you know, called me out of the bullpen. That's my go-to line when I'm people's vacation barbers. You know,
what would you be your go-to song if you're coming out of the bullpen, Jay?
Oh, I gotta do that one that Mets guy has. That horn song is crazy.
I don't think I've heard it yet.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it yet.
Amped, bro. You got
really?
Yes, you gotta listen to.
Is it better than Mariano Rivera when he came out to the Metallica song?
Is that Mariano Rivera is a legend, bro. You knew that when that guy was stepping onto the mound, bro. Like when you heard that song, that shit, the batters was in the batter's box, like shook. They knew it was a fastball and a cutting fastball, and they weren't gonna hit it.
Damn.
The guy had two pitches, maybe a third, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
It was just like, I feel like it was just a cutter all the time.
It was a cutter, fastball, and I maybe think he had like a breaking ball, which I don't know which one it was. Maybe a slider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was predominantly, I feel like it was like the cutter that he deferred to. So this Mets guy has a song that just amps you up.
All the time.
All the time. So that...
You got to listen to it.
Are you going to try to find it right now?
It might get distorted, though. You think so?
Nah, true. All right. Well, I'll play it later. Well, I'll listen to it later. So that would be the song that you would come out to.
Yes.
All right. So you were cutting this man's hair.
Yes. Not knowing that my guy has 25 years in the film industry.
Damn.
This is his profession. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have a podcast. So he's like, oh, let me check out what you have. So I'm here thinking he's going to be like, oh, man, this is great, bro. He did it politely and professional, but he was like, yeah, your lighting sucks. He's like, you got to upgrade your lighting. What kind of lighting are you on? He gave me this whole tutorial on lighting, bulbs, and what they do and how to build contrast and hue and all this stuff. So I'm taking that all in, guys, and I'm trying to make it happen. But I was trying to make it happen right before we actually went on the air. And I halfway made it. I only set up one light. So this is what you guys got. So you can see that this is the blueprint right here.
No, but it looks solid though, man. I definitely have to upgrade my little studio that I got going on here, but that's
brick by brick, day by day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take some time, man. I'm finally getting accustomed to the new surrounding and stuff like that. So uh I think one of the interesting things, Jay, about doing a podcast, and I've touched base on this before in the Linda episode, where you have to learn how to be a little bit vulnerable, and it's weird for me because I'm not really a public person.
Yeah.
I don't go on Instagram and post my life story or all the trials and tribulations that I'm going through, because I feel like that shit's corny. Like, I see people on Instagram, dog, and sometimes it bothers me because it's like in certain cases, like, bro, like, do you really think that if you get 1,000 likes that you're gonna get saved?
No, but that's the society we live in nowadays.
It's I don't know, Jay.
That's what the world has become to, bro. That's what the world has turned into.
It's wild to me, Jay. It's wild to me. So, I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything like that, but, and I'm sure if I describe the story, the people that are listening to that grew up in our neck of the woods are probably going to know who I'm talking about, but fuck it is what it is. But, I follow this girl that I went to high school with, and, her kid, I think, ended up getting extremely sick. And so she's been posting like all this stuff on Instagram as far as like her journey and all this other stuff, and like just really like recording every little thing that's going on. And I'm just like, yo, like, I don't know if that's healthy, man. This is a controversial topic, Jay.
I mean, some people feel like they need attention from others, and they use it as an outlet. I mean, the world's turned that into like an outlet. Like, that's what we do nowadays. I'm not a huge fan of it. I went through a little time when we spoke about it in the Linda episode.
Yeah.
And then after that, I really I pick and choose what's going to be public. Because I feel like once you put it on IG, that shit's there forever. Somewhere on the internet, it's there.
Yeah, fam. And it's sort of like, and I think that's part of the reason why Instagram has made some changes. So I don't know if you know, but in certain cases, if you scroll through your Instagram feed, certain photos of people that you follow doesn't even tell you the amount of likes that photo has anymore.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It just says liked by so-and-so and others. And I think it's to try to combat like this idea that, the more likes you have, the more you're cared about. But I think the general concept here is, and even like when it comes to relationships, is that people that post a lot of stuff about their personal life and relationships sometimes are the most miserable fucking people.
100%. You never see Jay-Z and Beyonce on IG.
Facts.
And they solid.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I like to live a lot by like what Jay-Z does. Because that man's never been in the public eye, and that's one of the most famous people in the world and wealthiest. And he's the GOAT.
The Rock. We're not Illuminati.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yo. That's
we
wild.
have not sold our souls, all right? Clearly, the background.
Jesus is my savior. I say
yes,
that with
Jesus is king.
Yes, all day. Can I get an amen?
Amen. But nah, man, like, you're absolutely right, man. So it's just, it's wild to me, man. And I think in certain cases, that kind of exposure invites negativity. So I say that to say this, right? And I'm not going to go into details out of respect for my partner, but for the people that are close in my life, I am currently separated from my wife. So going through that situation at the moment and trying to navigate through those difficult times. I'm not going to speak on it anymore, but just so that basically the fans that listen to this and watch us know what's going on, in case, because what I've noticed too, Jay, people are very observant.
Oh yeah.
People are extremely observant, bro. And I'm kind of encountering that situation now at work, where in certain cases people are peeping that I don't have a wedding ring. And it's like, hey, like, what's going on? And, it's private business. So to me, it's sort of just like, nah, well, I lost it or whatever the case may be. And I try to channel it through that.
How long did you lose it for?
I've lost it for a couple weeks.
Let me not poke the bear. Hold on.
Nah. Listen. Out of respect for my ex-partner and stuff like that, I'm not going to go into details, but just to be transparent with the people so that they know what's going on. That's basically my situation now. So again, I'm not the kind of person that's going to ever post this shit publicly, because it's not me. I like to be private. And I mean, we've gone through so much shit too, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, I've been through so much shit the last year and a half, and like, you'll never see me post like me crying or, you know,
or subliminal quotes at people
fam.
without the at people. I know.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. You know, I'm probably going to get shitted on for that one, but I just feel like sometimes, man, like, succeeding in silence is the best thing.
Absolutely, boy. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point that out there before we transition into other topics, Jay. So I know we also hung out over the weekend.
Yeah, that was fun. So indirectly, I put together a dinner for the bros, and it turned out to be the production team of what we're working on for the future project, the near future project that we have going on.
Right.
But you know what I took away from that night? Not once did we ever mention the project. That shit was never even talked about.
You're not wrong.
Like, I was like, yo, thinking back in hindsight, I was like, yo, we didn't even talk about it. We just enjoyed the time and had a great time.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. And so, like, originally we were supposed to go to, so for the people that you know, grown up in Jersey, we were supposed to go to Rumba Cubana, which is like, how would you describe Rumba Cubana to the people that are listening?
It's an affordable Cuban restaurant. Like, you know, quality for not that high priced.
Yeah, you're going to get a good meal at Rumba Cubana.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're multiplying like Noches de Colombia did.
They really are. They really are.
Rumba Cubanas is everywhere.
Yo, and so is Noches.
Exactly.
And for the people that are tuning in, so Noches de Colombia, and the name kind of says it itself, it's a Colombian restaurant.
JP's favorite restaurant. JP's favorite restaurant.
Nah, yo, respectfully to all my Colombian people out there.
That's not it.
That's not it, fam.
But
that's not the vibe.
In their defense, in the beginning when they first started, they were really good.
They were.
Once they like franchised it, turned into like frozen food.
Yeah, I think I've ordered Uber Eats from a Noches about maybe 6 months ago, and it wasn't it, fam.
Not it.
Nah.
Next.
I wanted to put my I wanted to fold my Colombian flag and put it away. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, man. It wasn't the vibe.
You want to hear the funny shit with Noches de Colombia? My girl's family, whenever they're having a get together and it's like short time, like it's poor planning, their go-to catering is always Noches de Colombia, bro. And it's
get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god. I'm like, oh.
They don't believe in anything else?
I don't know what it is, bro. That's their go-to every time.
I'm sure because it's probably affordable and cheap. And so, like, you know what's crazy about that, too? Because you're talking about catering. I was on Instagram yesterday, and I saw a reel where someone was talking about how they worked at Chipotle, and someone ordered catering, but it wasn't for a party. It wasn't for an event.
What was it for?
It was for him and his meal prep. So he ordered all this food, and when he showed up, the Chipotle worker was saying that, I was expecting like, you know, a group of 5-10 people to pick this up. And it was a man in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots that picked it up and said basically that he's going to freeze that food and it's going to last him for a month.
That's gross. Like, if you ordered a large quantity of the food for like a week or two of meals, okay. But freezing it, my man, like, you're not tired of the same shit for a whole month? Like, I plateau with food, bro. Like, that's part of my struggle. Like,
yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I need something for the palates, be like, like Chipotle's good and all, but not for 30 days. Like,
nah, definitely not for 30 days, man. Like, I could probably. I went through a Chipotle binge where I was having that at least like twice a week, man.
I go through it too sometimes because it's now like with their app is so fucking convenient, yo. Like that shit gets to the shop like in 15 minutes, bro.
It is, yo.
And it's
Chipotle's clutch.
Yeah, I'm very picky with Chipotle in the sense like I only go to one location and eat it.
Really?
Yeah. Every time I eat it, like outside of that location, it's just terrible.
So what's the location that you go to?
The Edgewater one in City Place.
That one's solid.
That one's solid, bro.
Solid.
Quality. The lady's a little rude. I think she's like a manager now. I think I know who you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
But she's
I know who you're talking
she's
about.
rude
Yeah.
with like a good heart. You know.
She's gotten better because I'll tell you a story with that lady though. So I had just gotten out of the gym and I was like, you know what, let me go pick up some Chipotle.
Of course.
So I went there. This was like years. I'm talking like maybe 10 years ago, Jay. So I get my food, right? And I'm waiting to pay. And there's a gentleman in front of me who, you know, she tells him, you know, like, this is the amount. He gives her card. He pays for it and he goes home. So I come up and she goes, you know, it's going to be this amount. So I go, okay. I give her my debit card and she looks at me and she goes, do you have an ID?
Are you serious?
No, I'm being serious. Yeah.
You got carded to pay for Chipotle?
I got carded to pay for Chipotle, my guy.
Yo, you have some
she wanted to make
iconic
sure.
fucking stories. You know
It's
that?
wild, right?
Only
It's
you.
wild.
Like I would have laughed at her. I'd be like, no, I don't have it.
Fam, I was a little upset and I was like, lady, with all due respect, but you didn't ask the guy in front of me for his ID. And she was like, no, there's just been a lot of young kids that have been coming here with, you know,
Because you got no
stolen
facial
cards
hair, bro. You're a young guy.
at the time.
But that's a compliment. It's all how you receive it. That's a compliment, bro. I've
Yeah,
never
fair.
gotten carded because I look too young. Put it like that.
Fair. I mean, fair. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I know the lady that you're talking about, and I just had that one incident with her. But yeah, she could be
She's rough.
she could be an asshole.
She'll dismiss you really fast.
Yeah.
All
So you
right.
said she got promoted.
She's always there, so I hope she got promoted. Like I always.
What if she's the owner?
No.
Nah, you don't think she's the owner?
No. Chipotle's owner is not gonna work at Chipotle, bro.
You never know, man. You never
What's
know.
that show? Hidden Bosses, whatever. What's it called?
Undercover bosses.
Undercover Bosses. Like those
Undercover
guys, half
Bosses.
of those guys didn't even know how to do the job. Like, like what kind of example are you setting, bro?
Yo, you know what's funny? I always made a joke that like if I was ever working in a warehouse or something like that, and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, we're recording this training video. We're gonna have you teach this man how to work," that I was gonna create the saddest fucking story. So that at the end of it, I would be compensated for my tribulations that I've encountered in life. Because that's the thing about that show.
Yeah, that's the hook at the end.
Yeah, everyone has something.
Yeah, I've been working here for 20. There was one that really hit me, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one. I think it was in Wrigley Field. The guy was a hot dog vendor, and he was like doing that shit for like 27 years. Like never missed a game, like crazy story. I was like, there's no way they gotta hype this up for TV.
Yeah.
And the guy ended up like blessing him, bro, like buying him a house and all this shit. And I was like, God
damn.
27 years to get a house now when you almost like nigga was limping and shit, like walking all, you know, old. I was like,
I will say though that in certain cases though, some of these people though do get the short end of the stick. You know? Like they'll be like, you know, like some guy, like one of the bosses or CEOs will shadow like a guy that's working like 70 hours a week, you know? And then it's like, at the end of it is like, you know, I'm very impressed by how hard you work. And so we've decided collectively as a company that we're going to give you one day off this week.
collectively as a company.
That's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
70
like one
hours
day.
for one day off.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Just don't take the day off.
That's why we're trying to do this podcast thing, Jay. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you're more independent than I am, though. Obviously, I work for an employer and stuff like that, but you're
I'm an
an
independent
baba.
contractor. Boy, I ain't have a boss in over 10 years.
You think you go back to that lifestyle?
Hell no. Without a doubt. I got no doubt.
Fam, I feel like if I was like your HR manager,
I would have been fired.
yeah, I feel like I would have probably fired you within the first 2 weeks.
Nah, because, I mean, compared to that's not a corporate job, but working for a bigger company, I did all right. And then I just got fed up with the bullshit. I was like, you know what? I'm out, yo. I was like, yo, this is way too much work for nothing. Like, I'm going to go back to the barbershop. I'm going to get my license and prove everybody wrong.
But I feel like being a barber teaches you these different things that, like, you know, for the most part, like, it gives you different characteristics that most other people won't get. Like, it teaches you how to be a hustler.
I mean, I think you're born with that.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you can learn that obviously, but I think that's in you, like from the rip.
That's fair. That's fair, bro. Because sometimes I look at my little brother, bro, in the morning. You know, when I used to live with my parents,
throwing that nigga under the bus.
Yo, man, I love that kid to death, bro. That's my heart right there.
But like probably like your parents were, they had them when they were a little older. They were a little burned out by you and your brother. I'm sure you wanted a little pretty boy, nice guy, JP over there. like, I'm sure you was a little rebel.
Nah, I did go through a phase, bro.
Exactly. You burned them out. You set them up for Kevin, for little bro. Calvin. No, Kevin.
Calvin.
I know it was a mix of both names. A hybrid.
I definitely went through a phase growing up, man, where I don't know what the hell happened, bro, but I thought it was, you know what it is? I got too much into Tupac growing up.
That boy turned the switch on you, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I thought I was Thug Life for like, a good couple of years, man. So
you wore the bandana out of school?
No, I didn't go to that extent. But I remember one time though, man, I woke up and my mom's like, you got to go to school. And I was like, I'm not going to school. I'm staying home.
Okay.
So what my mom did, she's like, I bet. She called the cops.
Yo.
Yeah.
Your mom is an OG though. Got a lot of love for your mom. Your mom.
Yeah, my mom is the best, bro. My mom is the best. I annoy the shit out of that lady every day that I call her. But yeah, she called the cops, man, and cops came through. And I mean, my mom was cool about it though, because she was like, "Listen, he's a good kid. He's just going through some changes right now."
Going through some changes. As the Tupac song comes on, changes.
Now, you know what's crazy? And the funny thing is, during that time frame, so like I have like certain go-to songs when I was young that I would listen to when I was feeling some type of way, and one of them was the 50 Cent song "Don't Push Me."
Yeah, that's a fighting song.
It is a fighting song.
100%. That song that shit hit some trigger points.
It does, man. It does. So I was listening to that, and the cop showed up, and he was just talking to me, like, trying to get me to go back to school and shit like that. He was cool, it wasn't
we were like, yo, fuck the police.
Nah, I was giving him a hard time in the beginning, but eventually, I was respectful. But I ended up going back to school the next day, man. But yeah, man, parenting is tough, bro. And I know we're kind of transitioning from different segments here, because we were talking about Rumba Cubana, and then we went down a different path.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah. We'll get back to the Rumba Cubana stuff though, because actually all ties in now that I think about it though, because so we were supposed to go to Rumba Cubana, but the wait was like an hour and a half.
An hour and a half at 7 p.m. on a Saturday in Bergen County. That's because white folks get a little bit of seasoning. And that shit changes their life, bro. Just being honest.
So we decided to go to a Mexican restaurant that we thought Jay had been to before.
Sure, I dropped the ball on that, but it actually turned out to be not that bad.
It was pretty good, yeah. The drinks weren't the best though.
They were mad sweet for no reason.
Yeah.
Like a little less syrup, and you would have nailed it you would have hit it out the park.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, this shit's sweet.
Yeah.
I ain't even got a sweet drink. Like,
nah, yeah, like it was the drinks weren't the best, and it was, shout out to Ra and Jeremy, they were part of the production crew, and like you said earlier, we were supposed to talk about the combine that we have coming up, and we didn't. Instead, what we got is, and what I would like to call, some Jay Barber tips on parenting. Wow. Do you want to tell the people, Jay, what you learned thus far being a 2-time dad now?
Well, actually, in comparison, like, my daughter is a blessing. She is complete opposite of what my son was at that current stage that she's at, current age. She's about to be 6 months in a few days. And it's already like night and day. Those two kids are complete opposites, which I was very, very happy about, because my fear of having a second kid was that I had an exact twin of what my son was. My son is a terrible sleeper. He You don't know, like people glorify parenting, and it is a blessing. I'm not taking away from that, but they don't tell you about sleep deprivation. How you say that?
Deprivation.
Deprivation. Just
Yes.
got my braces off, so shout out to my dentist. Thank you guys.
Shout
So
out
I'm
to
still
him.
learning
Come on the
how to talk.
podcast.
Yeah, I'm still learning how to talk without them. Now I'm learning how to talk regularly again. Fucking life. I don't talk about how difficult it is when a child that's supposed to sleep doesn't sleep. And world doesn't stop for you, my brother. You got to go to work in the morning. So you can get your ass up and you go to work, all bags. Like my bags just went away. And my son just, and his energy, my son's energy, like I haven't met a kid that has that much energy yet. From the second that kid wakes up, bro, it's like superhero. He's either in a Buzz Lightyear costume or he's either in a Spider-Man costume. Like, and this kid plays his characters of his superheroes very well. Like, I cannot address him as Liam if he's in a costume. He's like, no, Poppy, I'm Spider-Man. Black Panther, same thing. Took him to the. I told you, I took him to the doctor's office. He had a little bug.
Yeah, that was funny.
And he hates the doctors like any other little kid. They always think it's a pinch, a vaccine, or a freaking COVID test where they scrape your nose. And my man was not with it. He did not want to go to the doctor's office. So he's like, Papa, can I bring my mask with me? I'm like, sure. He's like, okay. So he's holding it. We're walking in. He's like, wait. Grabs his Black Panther mask. He puts it on. Then he walks into the doctor's office. And I sit him down and I'm like, Liam, you okay? He's like, no, Liam's not here. It's Black Panther. Mind you, my son is only about to be 4 years old. This kid talks to me like a straight up little human being. Like, it's wild. It's the shit that he says sometimes. And the whole time in the doctor's visit, even when the doctor came into the room, he kept his mask on. That was like a safety blanket. Like, he was not taking it off. And she's like, I was like, yo, like, what do you want me to do? Like, he's happy. He's going through the doctor visit. Well, I like to check his eyes,
Gotcha.
The nose. I don't know why they check your nose no more, but. And he wasn't taking it off. He was not budging at all.
Damn. It's like a scene from Big Daddy.
Exactly. Big Daddy is a great movie, yo. Like, that's my style of parenting, bro. Let this kid have his childhood and enjoy his childhood and his imagination.
And so yeah, and I think one of the interesting things that you spoke about on that specific night was what it's like. Which, yo, for the record, bro, like I know people that they've said, I'm not going to travel with my kids until they're old enough to carry their own bag.
Yeah, but then like my fear in that approach on it is that what if this kid has a fucking panic attack because he's never been on a plane? Because you waited till he's fucking 8 years old to put him on a plane. I put my kid on a plane when he was 2 years old, and that was the best and worst flight of my life. I'm sure you want me to tell the story because that's where you've been poking the bear against you.
Yes. Take it to the promised land, Jay.
So our first family vacation was 2 years ago, and we decided, we couldn't get his passport in time because that was like post-COVID where everything was still on back order and everything was, we don't have the manpower to do shit. So a freaking passport took like 6 months to get here. So I decided to book a family vacation to Orlando, Florida. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna see how he goes through this. So we picked the morning flight thinking that maybe we could time it with his nap because you swear that as a parent you can plan kids. You cannot plan this shit. This shit is unrehearsed, bro. Like any planning that you think you can do, just let it go out the window, yo. Don't even waste your time and energy into it, yo. Just free, like just fucking freebase it, yo. Like just go with the flow, see what life throws at you. And that was the approach. I was like, yo, let me see how he acts on a plane. I've never done this with him. So, he likes machines, he likes planes, he likes cars. He's a boy. Like he loves all that shit. So in the airport, it's all cool and dandy. He's chilling. Papi, look at the airplane. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm like, we're waiting. Boom, we get the boarding call. We board. starts getting a little antsy. He's like, moving, going crazy. And then like an hour into that flight, bro, like this kid was like possessed, bro. Like it
Oh,
just,
damn.
bro, this man turned into like, all right, I'll watch a movie, to kicking the fucking seat in front, fucking going crazy, like just shaking. And then like for parents out there, like, what the tantrum scream is. Like the tantrum scream is a scream that they just do for straight up attention. And at one point, my man just put his head up to the ceiling and just yelled like as loud as he possibly can, and like till he turned red in the face, was like, like for no reason.
Yo, I feel like that's like every parent's worst nightmare. And maybe like as a parent, the thought process changes, but like I know me, bro, like I don't like attention.
I hate attention in public, bro.
So
I hate it.
So like he's clearly drawing attention to you and your
massive
girl.
Attention, massive. Yo, like I was like, yo, I'm sweating now, yo. Like I'm hot. like this kid done got me hot, bro. And I'm like, I had some melatonin gummies that I had packed, like quick access. I tried to give it to him. This kid just straight spit it at me. He was like, "Puh."
No.
Yo, I wanted to like, I was like, oh boy, we're really testing the patience. Yo, at one point he was in the middle of potty training, so he had a pull up, and he got his pants down and he took off his diaper, just ripped it off. And at one point he's just standing in the seat like with his thing out, and like I'm like, yo, my man, like stop, yo, like go to sleep, yo, this yo crazy. Thank God to like shout out to the older couple that was sitting in front of us. They literally like when the plane landed, they were like, they saw the distress in Cynthia and myself's face, and they were like, don't worry about it. You see, our son, he's 33 now, but when he was that age, he did the same thing. They're like, it gets better. Don't worry, it gets better. I was like, all right, well, I just fucking hated this flight.
You were fortunate that you had like an older couple that was understanding, because could you imagine had it been like a Karen?
Dude, I would have probably had to sit in the bathroom with him.
Oh,
like for the remainder of the flight or something.
That
I'm a spaz out. Like when people don't understand kids, bro, like, come on, bro. You clearly see me, like, I'm trying to calm him down. It's not like I'm just letting him fucking do whatever he wants. Like, I'm trying to calm down the situation. Man was just not having it. So fast forward, right? We go on a family vacation. We have a great time. This kid's in Orlando. He's living it up. The last day before we leave, I told Cynthia, I was like, yo, Cynthia, I'm not doing that again. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, yo, I got something. I got a trick up my sleeve. So I go to Walmart, I hit up the pharmacy section. I buy a child's Dramamine, the children's one, chewable tablets. It's like, I'm going to see how this works. Read the instructions. I was like, I got this. Bet. We're in the airport. This kid's at 1,000 miles per hour again. I was like, yo, I got something for you, boy. Wait. Take him to a little convenience store inside the airport as we're waiting. I was like, get something to drink. What you want? Get whatever you want. If I want chocolate milk. I was like, I bet. Yeah. I didn't give him the chocolate milk yet. As we get called onto the plane, he's like, Papi, I want my chocolate milk. Where's my chocolate milk? Like just nagging. Where's chocolate milk? I got your chocolate milk, though. Hold on. I turn around. I cracked the Dramamine. I gave him a half of a chewable. I put it in the chocolate milk, and I didn't give it to him. I let that shit dissolve, boy. I started shaking it. I let it dissolve.
You wanted to make sure it was in there.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We board the plane. I already see him starting to act up. I was like, here's your chocolate milk, Papi. Here's your chocolate milk. He drinks it. He's like, oh, I love chocolate milk, Papi. I love this. Yo, 20 minutes into the flight, I see him trying to fight and like just get amped up again. But like he's literally just like nodding off. Nodding off. And Cynthia goes like, what's wrong with us? I was like, baby, that's the Dramamine, girl. That shit working. You're about to go to sleep. He's about to go to sleep. Yo, he slept the whole flight.
Damn.
To the point where we land and the people in front of us were like, wow, we didn't know you had a toddler with you. He was so well behaved. I was like, man, she got no idea, but thank you. Thank you. So
Yo.
that's the father tip of the day right there. Parenting tip of the day right there.
So the parenting tip is that if you're traveling with a kid who cannot stay still, a little bit of that.
Hit him with the Dramamine chewable, bro. Hit him with half. Melatonin
Hey,
ain't gonna work.
I'm surprised the melatonin didn't work.
Well, not when he's spitting it back at you. You gotta eat it. He was
forgot
that
that
ass
little
fucking
detail.
spitting it at me. Like,
Yo, that is wild, yo. But kudos to you for keeping your composure, though, man.
oh, you gotta keep it. Because, you know, my lady gets a little overwhelmed sometimes with the kid, with Liam. But it's funny, man. Watching them going back and forth sometimes, it's like brother and sister, yo. Like, I feel like, why are you stepping down to a 3-year-old's level? Like,
Oh, they get to that kind of argument.
yo, it's funny as shit. Like, and I try not to laugh because, you know, you got to be the enforcer. You know, try not to laugh, but sometimes I just can't help myself. You know?
Yeah, nah, kids are funny, man. Kids do some funny shit when they're young and stuff like that, man. But yeah, I thought that story when you told it to us was funny, man. And it's crazy too, right? Because I'm turning 34 later this month on the 29th, and your birthday's coming up too.
Yes, sir. Pisces season
Wild,
all
man.
day tomorrow. March 8th.
Wild.
I'll
It's
put in
wild,
my
bro. You
cash
got any
app in
plans
this
for your
episode.
birthday?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my cash app on this episode.
Let's go.
When I'm
Yo, you
seeing
never
that
know,
shit
man.
in people's stories, yo, I'm like, yo, yeah, thirsty.
Wait, people
bro.
actually do that?
Bro, you never seen that? Yo, you gotta get on IG,
No.
my boy.
I guess so,
Oh
man.
it's funny. I'm like, really, yo, y'all really think somebody gonna send you something? We probably do. Who knows?
So people put it's my birthday. Here's a Cash App.
yeah, Venmo,
That's-
or yeah.
Yo, that's
I've
fucking
seen that.
wild.
I've seen that a couple times, yo.
You know what's crazy about that too? You know what's always sad? You know how there's a lot of scammers now on Instagram and stuff like that, and like the new
The
wave is like
Bitcoin.
the whole Bitcoin thing.
Bitcoin.
And then the saddest thing is when you see someone post a video like, "I just want to thank so and so for this great opportunity."
How do they pull that off?
Yo, I don't even know.
Or the white
bro.
Mercedes Benz that everybody has.
Yeah, the white or the Tesla. It's usually a Mercedes Benz or a Tesla.
Like, yo, get out of here. Unfollow me. I unfollow you. Like, unfollow me. I don't want you following me, yo. Fuck
Yo,
you.
but it's
Shit.
wild too because like in certain cases, like I saw one where some dude that we went to school with.
I know what you're talking about. I actually called them.
Did you?
Called them because I was like, yo, is this you? Because they were responding back. But that's
Yeah.
the whole part of the scam. You know,
It
they
is.
hack one's page. Like, they'll hack your page, and then me and you always talking on IG. Then they'll be like, yo, I lost my phone number. Can I use your phone number to get verified? But they want your phone number. And then they just start looping you in. Beam, bam, bam, bam. Next thing you know, you blocked on IG. And your shit's
Yo,
hacked.
it's
and you
you know
selling
what I
Bitcoin.
love about that right now, Jay? We've been doing this for so long now that I pick up on your facial expressions, and without saying it, you had given me the McVeigh. My boy was like McVeigh. Don't say anything.
Yeah, don't drop no names, bro. You know?
Nah. We ain't doing that, man. But it's crazy too because like obviously like it's you don't want to laugh at someone's like misfortune, but it's just funny from the perspective of when I saw that video, someone commented on that video like, damn, they got my boy.
Yo,
You know?
facts, for
It's
real.
crazy, man. And then the crazier thing too, right? So like you know how Instagram also does advertisements and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So they got me, Jay, and this is probably one of the dumbest purchases that I've ever done in my life.
What'd you
So,
buy?
oh yeah, for the record, I think that background noise is the water that's being pumped in the basement right now. So, do you hear it? Is it coming through?
Nah.
Okay. I thought it was just me. Okay. But I saw an advertisement for something that I thought was cool. So it's from Hasbro, the toy company, right? So I'm about to. Jay knows where this is going. So
please continue.
okay, no, I'm gonna
Please
go
continue.
there. So Hasbro has this new thing called the Selfie Series, right? Which is basically
Please.
this.
Yeah, explain what it is.
I'm gonna explain. It's this application that you download, right? And so basically, what you do is you grab your phone and it scans your face. So it scans your face and from different angles, right? And then eventually, it creates a mold of your face, and you get to put the face on the body of either a G.I. Joe character, a stormtrooper, a Power Ranger, or a member of the Ghostbusters team, right? So obviously the technology is still a little limited, so you have to pick the hair and the facial hair that kind of matches, what you have, right? So I want to show the people what I got back. I want to show the people what I got back because I'm a little disappointed. And so for the people that are not watching this, I decided to make myself.
Wait. Hold on.
Yes.
So you picked the hair and facial hair.
Based on the options that I had, yes.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, yes. Based on the options that I had. So for the people that are listening and can't see this, I decided to pick a Power Ranger because growing up, who didn't want to be a Power Ranger, Jay?
White Ranger was more my guy, but
okay, right. I mean, the options were limited. It was only like the red or yellow. So I mean,
should have picked the yellow at this point.
I guess it didn't really matter, right? So allow me to introduce myself.
Yo, put him right next to you so people can see that does not look like you.
Let me move forward here a little bit.
Nah, man, they got your money, bro. Yo, you don't even have a full goatee like that. Like,
so Jay, all right. So first of all, I don't even think my hair looks like this.
never have I ever seen your hair like that, bro. In all the years that I know you, bro.
Okay,
that's the closest thing you thought your hair looked like.
That's the closest thing I thought.
That's like a COVID hairstyle. That's like your COVID hairstyle. That's what that is. When the shop was closed and I couldn't cut hair, that's what you look like.
Oh shit! I mean, the options were limited, dog. I had to pick, basically what was closely related to me, I guess. And the thing is, like, I don't even think it looks like me, bro. Like, this man looks like he's gone through some shit.
That man looks like he hasn't slept in years.
Like, if you had to rank this, Jay, in a scale of 1 to 10, as far as how much it looks like me, what would you give it?
-3.
A -3.
That shit looks not. It doesn't even resemble you, bro.
They got me, bro.
How much was that?
You know what I thought?
How much was it?
You really want to know?
Oh, please.
$59.99.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Not one of my smarter purchases, Jay, to be honest with you. I wanted to be immortalized as a action figure for the rest of my life. And instead, what I got was someone that doesn't even look remotely close to me.
No, they didn't even like nothing. They could have got the schnozzle right, bro. They didn't even get that. Fucking 60 bones.
60 bones, dog. I
got some
live forever.
Some crazy purchases. I just bought another pair of sneakers today. Shout out to Nike for taking my money.
Oh, before we get into that though, for the people that are tuning in, Jay,
no,
will Jay Barber be immortalized as a Power Ranger in the future?
Absolutely not.
No.
No. They don't got a curly hair option, bro. I got curly hair, B. I don't got that black. Not black. I don't got that slick back hair.
The options were limited, Jay. The options were limited. I obviously don't have a goatee, so I didn't have whatever the fuck you call this.
It's the two-piece.
So I had to pick the closest to my facial hairs as much as possible, and that's what they had. So maybe it's partly my fault. I don't know.
But are you happy with it? Do you like it?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Does the yes outweigh the no?
I think the the no outweighs the yes sometimes, because I think about this, right? And I wonder, like, if someone were to come over my house and see this, would they look at it and go, "Oh shit, that's you"?
No, I'm saying that. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, Jay. So I guess the overall answer is, no, I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
And you can't return it because it's a custom item.
Who's gonna want to, who's gonna want a Power Ranger that looks like he's going on 40 and has been through 3 marriages?
Went on a binger. That man's got fucking bags on his eyes.
So, needless to say, Hasbro, you need to step your game up. And we're probably not going to be sponsored by Hasbro anytime soon. But you know what? We're keeping it real here because that's what we do.
Said, baby, podcast about nothing and everything.
It's the podcast about nothing and everything. And now, because you had mentioned it, sneakers. Are you going for the threes, the reimagined? What are they? The cements?
Reimagined cement threes, yes.
That are coming out this Saturday.
Yes, pedal to the metal. I'm going for them, 100%. This sneaker is iconic.
It is. It
and
is.
I need it for my collection because I just need to.
So, I got the OG ones. I got the OG ones.
Cement threes?
Correct. Yes.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I got them, but let me explain. So, a coworker of mine, who's a big sneakerhead, big collector, had them in his closet for years. So he said, "Yo, I don't really wear them. Give me $100 and trade me." I had a pair of Nike Air Max Bacons that I had gotten that I wasn't gonna wear. So he gives me the shoe, and because he's never worn these fucking shoes, they started to break on me, Jay.
That's fixable though, because I have another pair of threes that were 2012 release.
Yeah.
And I've worn them 5 times. I didn't buy them in 2012. Let me make that clear. I bought them now, but they were the 2012 edition. Mm-hmm. So they're like 8, almost 10 years old, over 10 years old. And I wore them maybe a handful of times. And then I went to put them away the other day and I was like, yo, the paint is chipping on the sole. This is like my holy grail of sneaker. And I was so upset. But it happens, bro. That's why I'm a firm believer in that. Well, I always say that I'm going to buy sneakers and then resell them. I end up just keeping them and wearing them because
I do the same thing.
It's a waste of my time trying to sell these shits.
I do the same thing. And so this is how I know that you really want this sneaker, because you had told me, you're like, yo, Jay, if you're not going to get them for yourself, hook your boy up.
Hell yeah.
So I'm on the fence. This is going to be a game time decision, man, because
that's
part
fine,
of me...
no pressure. You're one of 7 people I've asked, so don't worry about it.
Oh, damn. Okay, all right. You got the connects. Shit,
I just ask everybody that's into sneakers, if they don't like them, yo, put a bid in for me. This backfired on me, though.
Did it?
I did this a month ago with the Jordan 2.
The Chicago's.
The Chicago's.
And you still got a pair. You still got like 2 pairs.
No, I wanted a pair for myself. I ended up not wanting to, but I bought 4 because I thought they were hyped and they were going to go crazy and break the internet. And those shits are still available till today, which is mind-blowing.
Do you want to put an ad out there, Jay? Like, you still have them? Or you still
I figured it out. Yeah, I was able to get my money back. But in an instant, I was down $600 in a blink of an eye. all like on a Friday morning, bro, like at 10 a.m. I was like, shit. I asked 4 friends, including myself. So I asked 3 people, including myself, yo, put a bid in. And all of them hit right in front of me.
Damn.
I was like,
I bet you thought you struck gold, right?
Not when all 4 of us got them.
I guess, so here's the thing. So for the people that are not into sneaker collecting and stuff like that, so typically the way you get these sneakers is through an app called Sneakers, which is run by Nike. And it's basically a lottery system.
And it sucks.
And it's garbage, like terrible. Because basically the way it works is they give you notifications. So they give you notice ahead of time saying, hey, this sneaker is going to drop on this date at this time. And at that specific date and time, you have to log into the app, make sure that all your credit card information's on there. And that's right, as Jay is doing right now, you have to constantly hit enter draw. Enter draw, because if it is a sneaker that everybody fucking wants, you're going to be competing with millions and millions of people. Exactly.
Not even
robots.
people,
That's
robots.
right. Robots. You're not wrong. Yes. With
Shout out
robots.
to the IT guys. I need an IT friend.
We
that
do.
could build me
We
a
need to get one. And like in certain cases, bro, like you're competing for sneakers that only have like there's only like 40,000 of them. That's like
But
they only have 40,000 pairs.
I think that's why, like, a lot of sneakers now, like a lot of, well, just in Jordan, like Jordans, like the Cardinal 6s are still available. You can just go cop them right now. This just came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
A lot of, I think what Jordan's doing now is that they're trying to kill the resale game, the resale market, and they're just releasing like a crazy amount of sneakers because they just have them available all the time now, which is how
It's
it
like-
should
so-
be, bro.
Of course, bro. Of
Fucking
course. Like,
resellers are rich now, bro. These motherfuckers, all these guys got stores and malls and shit, like off of reselling sneakers, bro. Like,
it's
good for them,
It's
but,
wild,
like-
bro. It's wild. So like you know what they've been doing that a lot too with the pandas. So for the people that are there, they've dropped the pandas like so many fucking times now. The high tops, the low tops.
I got the high tops,
It's do you?
and I didn't
they're
even
nice.
get them. They're nice, but I didn't. I got them more for to try to be in the algorithm of the Nike app and show that I'm active on the app. So I hit a sneaker pass, and I was like, oh man, do I want these? I really don't, but I was like, if I don't get them, then Nike's not gonna pick me again when I really want something. So I drove to New York because the sneaker pass is by location, and you got to go to a specific
Damn,
store.
you actually drove to New York for them, Jay?
Yeah, because I'm a firm believer that the algorithm was gonna be in my corner for the next draw, and not it. Wasn't it, fam? Nah.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is about the pandas? The pandas are like those kind of dunks that like, or sneakers for that matter, that like you wear, that people wear that are not really into sneaker collections, but they wear it kind of like, oh, like I know about sneakers, but you really don't.
I think that's like the Dunks.
Yeah,
Because the
It's
dunk
the
is such
Dunks.
a broad spectrum of people that wear those.
it is. It is.
It's a dope shoe.
So
It's a-
it is. No, it's a good shoe. So, which I don't think a lot of people know this, but I'm gonna drop game right now. For the
Uh-oh.
people that want to get the pandas, Nike's actually going to re-release them on March 11th at 11 o'clock on the website. Not the sneakers app.
That's Saturday.
It's a Saturday, yeah?
That's the same day
Saturday.
that the Cement 3s come out, too.
It's the same day, yeah, an hour later. So if you don't get the Cement 3s,
I don't want
you
the
could
Pandas.
try your luck.
No, man. I
on the
want
Pandas.
I want the Cement 3s, bro.
It's a game time decision for me, Jay. I don't know yet.
It's fine.
I don't
feel
know
pressure.
yet.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll have to think about this.
I know who my
because-
real friends are.
Damn.
No pun intended.
Well,
we-
I gotta see, man, because there's a lot of pocket watchers out there. You know what I'm saying? So
oh, sheesh. Damn, boy took his glasses off for that one. JP without the glasses, everybody.
That's right. I'm dropping fucking bombs tonight, baby. But yeah, so we'll see. It's a game time decision. The shoes like fucking like what, $210 right now retail?
That's the price I like to pay.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like paying resale like after.
Oh yeah, right.
you know?
Right. But I feel like Jordan 3s like years ago were a lot cheaper.
Everything was a lot cheaper ago, my brother. Stop saying that. Like we're in 2023. Everything went up.
I know, Jay,
Everything.
but I just missed those times. Is that bad? I can't miss the times when you get a pair of Jordan 3s for like $160, my guy.
When you could show up to the fucking Foot Locker, just walk right in and be like, yeah, that size. That shit doesn't exist.
Nah, fam. It's all resellers and stuff like that, man. So for the people that are going to be trying to go in for these sneakers this Saturday, and we're talking about Saturday. Let me put up my phone real quick.
They love it.
Saturday, March 11th.
Yep.
Good luck to you. The reality of the fact is that we're probably going to get an L, just like the majority of us are. I don't think I've ever hit on the sneakers app. You've never hit on the sneakers app.
I hit for like shit I don't want.
That's like the worst feeling.
That's the Nike Dunks, fucking Chicago Reds, like the Chicago 2s. I wanted the Chicago 2s. I just didn't want 4 pair of them. You know? Like, I did want them. To me,
Well-
that's a dope shoe. Like it's a dope sneaker.
It is. Nah, it is.
Another
But,
pair of white, black, and red Jordans. That's all I need. All my Jordans are white, black, and red.
Yeah, so am I.
No, you got the blue threes or the blue
I
fours.
do. I
think.
got they're the racer blues. They're
The
not
racer
the.
blue.
Yeah,
They're not the true blues. Those are my
They're not
holies,
the true
yeah.
blues.
Those are the
I actually hit on the true blues and I sold them. You
fucking
dumbass.
dumbass.
Fucking loser.
Loser. Well, you know who's staying in New York? You know who's
Oh, here
staying
we
in
go.
New York?
Here we go.
The king
Here
of
we
New
go.
York is called. His name is Daniel Jones, baby. Let's go, showing.
Damn.
Let's go, Dables.
I'm
fucking-
surprised that you're actually excited that we resigned him for that much money.
Bro,
Geno
it's
Smith got paid too.
the quarterback market, bro. Geno Smith got 35 mil. For what? He's been in the league 12 years. Took him
That's
12
wild.
years to have a good season, and now he got paid. Good shouts to him. So if my boy Geno Smith got 35, you know DJ, he deserves his money, boy. Let that boy be. He done took a lot of beatings.
And they franchise tagged.
They exclusive franchise tag. That's not the franchise. It's a franchise tag.
it's a
but
version of it.
Yes, it comes with some terms.
Gotcha.
So basically, from what I was reading, the exclusive franchise tag means that we own Barkley still, like we have the rights, but he can shop other contracts from other teams. And then the Giants have the option to say we'll match it or no.
Damn.
Yes. I just
That's
hope they trade
wild.
him at this point and get draft picks. Fuck it. I love you, Saquon. Thank you for everything, my brother, but it's time to go, my brother. I'm not giving you no 17 mil a year for fucking no. I'm not giving you 15. And I say I because I am part of the organization.
Oh man. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Next year should be an interesting season for all
I
us.
got my
Giant
quarterback.
fans,
That's
man.
all that matters. Got my quarterback.
Yeah.
Got
You know
this
what? I
jersey.
was gonna talk about my basketball team right now, but you know what, man? Like,
Tate is in a slump, my boy. Boys is losing to the Knicks. The boys is losing to the Heat.
Yeah,
they losing to
man.
the whole NFC. I mean, the whole
Yeah.
NFC. Look, I can't even leave the NFL. They losing
Atlantic
to the whole
Division.
East, Atlantic Division.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
It's
just
bad right now
trash,
for the
by the
Celtics,
way.
man. Yeah, yeah. But you know what, though, man? I'm actually going to Boston later this month to go watch them play.
Save your money, bro. Watch them at home. Nah, actually, all jokes aside, I just said to BJ Barber, but all jokes aside, I actually want to go to the TD Garden.
Oh shit, yo, we got to make it a point, Jay.
Yeah, but I'm
Maybe
not.
we'll do that.
What, the Celtics?
No,
we
no,
gotta
we'll
be
watch
re-
the Celtics play, but they got to play against a team that maybe if the Lakers show up.
Nah, I don't.
You're a LeBron fan.
I am a diehard LeBron fan. My new guy was John Morant, but he just went on a 50-game suspension, so we got hey, not playing with that boy. You don't want to settle down. You don't want to humble up, my guy. All right, put that boy on the bench for 2. That's like a whole season. That's like next season too.
Yeah, you got a job, man. You got
Because
to.
there's what, like 14, 12 games left this season.
Yeah,
missing
you got
half
to
the
do
season.
better job.
We
You
have too
gotta,
many
like-
yes men in this corner, bro.
Yeah, man.
Stay away
I
from
get
yes
it.
men people, bro. When you get paid and you get money, unfortunately, because of the way you look and how you act and tattoos and all this shit, and I got tattoos, so I get the looks too. You can't feed into that shit, man. That's what they want you to
No.
do.
Nah,
know?
man, you gotta just play
They
ball,
wanna
bro.
exploit you, bro.
Play
Just
ball,
play
you know.
ball, bro.
Focus on your community, dog. You know what I'm saying? Be a leader. Not that like these guys have to be that, you know, but it's just like all eyes are on you, bro. You
You
gotta
see
stay
what
low
Kawhi
key.
Leonard does? That boy, that boy's a fucking scam
Yo,
artist, yo.
You
Like,
know who I admire, bro? Like, you know who I admire from a career perspective, yo? Because this man was never involved in any controversy.
Hmm.
El Capitan.
I knew you were gonna say that, Derek Cheater.
El
Yes,
Capitan. Yes.
and that boy don't
Man was
have
out there slanging and banging.
Yo, he had a lineup, boy. Yo, I saw this one meme one time when they put a baseball field and they filled the positions with the celebrity girls that he's dated. I was like, yo, this man don't miss. Yo, and I read some sick shit that whatever, like if you would have a night out with you and shit, you know, he take you back to the crib, he would dismiss you with like a gift basket.
Oh,
And
I
he
heard
would-
that.
And he would put it out. Listen to the sick fuck this guy is. He would put it out on the table for you, right? And say, that's your gift basket. And he would watch highlights of himself. like on the couch, like naked and shit. Like I don't know how true that is, but I've read that a couple times. I was like, this guy's a fucking
Fam,
animal.
that's kind of some gangster shit, though, man.
Here's
you
your
know?
gift basket.
You lay the pipe. You have the gift basket, and you just kick back and go, enjoy the gift basket, honey. I'll catch
He's
you next
watching
time.
Replays of him diving
Woo!
into the stands and shit in the
That's
playoff
cold-blooded, Jay.
Wow.
That's cold-blooded, Jay. Anything else for the people tonight, my boy?
Don't buy no more toys that have an option to look like yourself, bro.
You know, I feel like I missed that. I feel like you usually give some advice to me at the end of the episode. It's been a while since you've done this, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. Don't buy no fucking Hasbro toys. Stay off of buying shit off of IG, bro. I don't went down that path too, bro. I bought some
that's
shit.
it.
It
I'm
took
one
like
and
3
done.
months to get here, and it came from China. And it was like,
Nah, this was legit. This was legit from Hasbro. I just got they called me with the ad, bro.
well, what's Hasbro? Is that like a toy company?
Yeah, it's a toy company.
Only
Yeah.
you 35-year-old kids would know that.
And this podcast episode has been brought to you
To
by
buy.
the Hasbro Selfie Series. If
Power
you want to
Ranger.
look,
Power Ranger.
Yo.
The Power Ranger.
yo, Jay,
Straight from Colombia, parcero.
yo, pues, papi.
Power Ranger.
The Power Ranger, bro. I like that, Jay.
Please don't use
Scott,
that. Stop.
yo, Jay. That's a good idea, bro. It's $1 million. The Power Ranger.
Para Ranger.
The Power Ranger coming real soon. Coming real soon, baby. Anything else, Jay, you want to add tonight?
Nah, I think today's been a success.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah,
the
it's-
Pisces, all of them out there. If your birthday's tomorrow, celebrate. My birthday's tomorrow, March 8th.
Let's go.
Let's go. Another year of
Happy
life.
birthday, Jay Baba.
Thank you. I'm glad you got my name right finally after 19 episodes.
I've been good. No, I've been good. I
You
probably
slipped
messed
up
up
on
once.
one. You slipped up on one not too long ago, and I
I
caught it
demand a
afterwards.
redo, bro. I demand a recount.
It's overdone.
That's it.
It's over, kid. You lost,
move on.
loser.
You gotta. I gotta definitely move on from that. Jay Barber, my brother. Always a pleasure. For everyone tuning in, thank you so much, especially if you're tuning on the YouTube channel. We got to definitely get the views up. It's a work in progress, but we're out here grinding, baby. To everyone else, make sure to rise up. Until next time, people.
Peace.
Peace.